Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Busy hour coming up. Monday Night Football. Big game, both teams. Chargers at home against the Eagles. Philadelphia laying 2.5 at most spots. And the total is 41.5 or 42. So this is obviously you've referenced this a couple times today, Pauly, on the show. It's huge for the Chiefs because if the Chargers win tonight, then you can keep shoveling the dirt on their grave. If the Chargers win tonight, Kansas City would need the Cowboys to beat the Chargers in Week 16, then the Broncos to beat the Chargers in Week 18, and Denver, that game might not mean anything to them. And then the Chiefs obviously have to win every single game from here on out, and that's obviously easier said than done at this point. For the Eagles, Lane Johnson, he's not playing. They do not have a great record winning games outright when he's not in there. Jalen Carter, big one here, also out on the defensive line. So both sides here of the ball on the line anyway for the Eagles. I'm not going to say in shambles, but clearly not at full strength here going into the contest.
Boy, this is a tough game.
I know it is.
I'm stunned by the Herbert stat. 1-9 straight up as a home dog. That's crazy. Sal Pal's comments last week about how the Eagles always play well in Los Angeles. That's another one. And again, we're still waiting now that we get to December. Can they get Barkley going? Can they get this offense going? And now that Sirianni's taken on a larger role to try to help out, we'll see. But this is just, you're still waiting. And I know it's also tough for props. Is Hurts going to take off a lot tonight? What's it going to look like down the field? I think they can have success throwing the ball, but it goes back to what people have been saying for a long time, that there's chemistry issues because what he's doing in practice isn't carrying over to the game. And he won't make those tight window throws. And he won't throw it down the field. And he's just going to run or just dump it off as well. So it doesn't look anything like the offense from last year. And even like the simple stuff that Goddard hasn't been there.
Right.
That's one of the best plays in football where he can put it in Barkley's belly, take it out, and just dump it off to Goddard, and it's 8 yards every time, easy peasy.
Yep. Hurts rushing yards prop tonight, 31.5 in that territory. Barkley, 69.5, 70.5, right around there.
Now, how can that be? How can you go for 2,000 yards and flirt with the record, and you only have one game this year where you go off and have a $150? 88 against the Chiefs, but that was on 22 carries. And then there's just littered with 40, 50, 60-yard games. It's ridiculous.
Paul, think about what his player props were at last year compared to what they are now. I mean, 70 for a rushing yard prop for Barkley, that would have been first half last year in some of his games. He was way over triple digits a lot down the stretch, and he would fly by it and cover that no problem in those contests.
Yep.
So what is the biggest issue then? They can't get Barkley going. The bickering like you talked about. The new offensive coordinator. Sal Paolantonio comes on this show every single Wednesday. And last week, talking about this game, I asked him about the biggest issue right now for the Eagles.
In all of my analysis of film of the Eagles offense, it's very clear to me the number one problem is the quarterback.
Oh.
And the number one problem with the Eagles offense is Jalen Hurts is holding the ball too long. 2.99 seconds from snap to throw, second slowest in the National Football League. If you're counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, it's very hard to hold your blocks for 3 seconds, especially if teams are blitzing like the Bears did, or the Cowboys bring in 5 at the line of scrimmage. He's holding the ball too long, and then you watch the film as he's missing receivers, he's missing wide open receivers, and he's not seeing wide open receivers.
Very strong comments there, and I'm clearly not going to disagree. He's the matchup host on ESPN. He breaks it down every single week, finds angles, and there you go, Sal Paolantonio.
Yep. Awesome. They haven't lost 3 in a row since 2023, but this is also, it looks a lot like a couple years ago, where this is, I thought Bill Simmons made a good point.
Yeah.
How weird would it be for an Eagles home playoff game? I mean, the fans are out for blood. They're outraged with what's going on.
Right.
They're egging the OC's house. Fire Kevin. Then they took it a step further, and they egged this joint. So, I mean, this is just nuts what that could be like if even if they get in the playoffs. Then the turnovers the last couple of weeks have been a big problem as well. So it's a fascinating game, and still they might hang on just because of the issues that Dallas had early on. But again, it's put up or shut up time. And if you can't win this one, I mean, they should be able to beat Washington twice. But no, in Philly and the issues in the locker room and the issues with Hurts, maybe they don't lose. Maybe they lose one of those games in this thing. Yeah, all they have to do is go 2-3. If they go 2-3 and Dallas runs the table, Dallas wins the division.
Crazy to think about that.
That is crazy.
It is, I guess, when the team struggled down the stretch 2 years ago and they were in that massive funk and they couldn't get out of it, they actually, remember they went on the road for that playoff game against Tampa and they got absolutely spanked.
They no-showed.
Total no-show.
Absolutely.
I'd actually like to see that again where they tailspin from a betting perspective, because in game one of the playoffs, just bet against them again.
I think Ozzie, our buddy Ozzie, had a good find. Hurts 5 yards rushing every quarter is plus 850 at Caesars. I think he takes off a couple times and can get that. Dicker over 1.5 made field goals. And the other angle here is what do we do with Hurts? Herbert, excuse me. I mean, 8 days ago, he breaks his hand and has surgery. Yesterday, we asked Dr. David Chow what to expect from Herbert, and will he take off and run?
But we said all along, including this past Sunday, right after the game, that he's likely to have surgery and play. I've done that close to a dozen times in the NFL. But, if you're an offensive lineman, you can play in a club. The tricky part here for Justin Herbert is he can't play in a club. But I do firmly believe that he will play. Remember, he finished the game with the broken hand already. Now with the surgery, his finger and hand will be more stable. It's his offhand, but no snaps under center because of the jarring and the risk of re-injury. Shotgun only, so factor that into it. And no, I don't see Justin Herbert running. Why? Yeah. To brace himself, et cetera, but also ball security. You can't have him scrambling and running to the left with the ball on the inside right arm, right? And too many fumbles. So they won't have any design run situations. He won't run the ball much. But whatever effects that might have on the Chargers' run game from shotgun as well, he's going to be strictly shotgun.
I like Herbert under 19.5 rushing yards. I think that's a great breakdown.
Yeah.
And it's Walt's thing. He also went on to say, this is not the Raiders. This is the Philadelphia pass rush, which you catch a break with no Carter. But that's another one. I mean, he takes one hit. It's Trey Lance time.
Yeah, I know. So what about all that factored in? And again, no Lane Johnson for Philadelphia. No Jalen Carter on defense. And the offensive, I don't expect the offense just to suddenly pop up tonight. They're going to have 500 yards. I just can't imagine any scenario where they're going to be amazing all of a sudden. They've been great one game this year. How about alternate unders in this game? Under 34.5, where the game is, 17-14 in that range. That pays plus 240. Under 31.5 is plus 350.
Oh, touchdown?
Yeah, what's that number?
100-1. We had the Green Bay performance already when the Eagles went to Lambeau.
And remember, they followed it up by playing Detroit, and nothing happened in that game.
Yeah.
Super low scoring. Again, it's very difficult to find. I would be intrigued by a price on no touchdown in the first half tonight, where maybe they exchange some field goals. It's 6-3, and it's kind of like last night's game a little bit in that second half.
Longest made field goal, 52.5. Wow. I know Dicker's the man.
Dicker is awesome.
That's a lot. I like largest lead under 14.5 as well.
That's, I think, a good one there.
So to talk about just more expand on how big this is. So let's say the Eagles, okay, I'm not going to say they're back, but they get the win. So the Chargers drop to 8-5, then they go to Kansas City. They go to Dallas, they play Houston, and they go to Denver. This could escalate quickly.
Damn.
That is brutal.
Oh, man, that is tough.
Can you believe that schedule? That's why Cincinnati, that's why Kansas City's not dead. Can't do it.
We'll run all these down coming up. Right now, the Chargers to make the playoffs minus 185. The no is plus 150. No plus 150.
I can't rule out the Colts either, even though with that schedule.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to see any funny business. I don't want to see, because there's a report that Flacco wants to be cut. I mean, if something could happen there, I don't even know if that would allow that, but that'd be sick if that could happen.
I don't think Flacco's going to be able to navigate that schedule down the stretch.
Well,
it
at least you have a chance, though. At least you have a chance.
It did not go well for him last year in Indy.
Yeah.
But that's why it's such a massive game for both these teams tonight. It's a gotta have. Sal says it every week with us. It's a gotta have it game, and then he pinpoints which games he's talking about. This certainly qualifies for both teams here. I would like to see like a 13-9 type of game because I want this narrative to continue with Philadelphia's offense.
Well, you just have to say it's over, though. I mean, if they can't, you can't get him going on the ground, with the exception of the Giants, who don't count. It's all-time bad run defense.
I also have a juggernaut in the Fans of VSiN Fantasy Football League.
Yeah.
And I'm taking on somebody who has Barkley tonight. I'm only up by like 20-some points. I can't have a big one out of him.
You're right. We talk all the time about making smart bets, and smart advertisers are doing the same thing with Mission Media. If you want real results, Mission Media connects your brand with audiences that actually engage. Premium podcasts, connected TV to data-driven digital campaigns. They deliver great ROI. And Mission Media gives you direct access to one of the most loyal, action-oriented sports audiences anywhere. Your brand deserves more than impressions. It deserves influence. Get started at vsin.com/advertise or email advertising@vsin.com.
Where would you power rate the Eagles right now in the NFC? I asked Nick Whalen that earlier in the show. Like, at best, fourth?
Mm-hmm. Seattle's better.
Rams are better. Packers are better.
Yep. That also could be not a good thing to be at home with how the crowd's ready to boo you off the field and to fire Kevin Chance right away. Up
next, division odds, yes-no playoff odds, and awards. An odds-on favorite a few weeks back is now higher than 20-1. Give you that person next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
So now we go, updated division numbers, yes-no playoff odds, and some awards after Week 14. One more game pending tonight. In the AFC North now, the Steelers are minus 170 to win it. Ravens plus 170. The Bengals are 4-9, and they're 15-1 to win the division? You got to be kidding me. But this Pittsburgh Steelers now, odds on at minus 170 here. Ah, boy. Baltimore. What a
shame.
Okay, so you quickly brought that up earlier in the show. You didn't expand on it. You can here.
Yeah.
You think Harbaugh whack him? Done?
Yeah. Look at the issues in the playoffs. Look at the horrible home losses as a big favorite. And now this year, I think it's the time for a new voice in Baltimore. This is an embarrassment if they can't even make the playoffs with all that talent.
I agree.
And it's also Todd Monken, too.
Yeah.
Bad play calling. Exhibit A was AFC title game lost at Kansas City. Exhibit B was Thanksgiving night.
No doubt. This is what I was talking about before the break. I may have said player. If I did, I apologize. It's a team. They were odds on, I think, 3 weeks ago to win their division. The Indianapolis Colts. They're now 22-1. The Jags are minus 165. Texans plus 150. Texans 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
8-9-1 in that range. And they are
11.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They are rocking and rolling right now.
Well,
I love the defense, man.
Yes. The defense is nasty, and also the schedules, they're getting hit by the deck with the schedule. 9.5 at home to Arizona. Double digits at home to the Raiders. At the Chargers, they close. Colts at home. I mean, that's 11 wins, and that's going to do it.
Is that right? They're down to plus 550 to win the AFC? Holy smokes.
I can't believe what's happened to the odds to make the playoffs. They're 2,000 to make the playoffs.
Minus, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
AFC East, this is, still doable here for Buffalo. These two teams play coming up. Patriots minus 550, Buffalo plus 425. Patriots are going to be off the bye this week when they get them.
They did lose to Miami, though. So I would think the Patriots should be able to get the tiebreaker. But the Bills also play the Eagles in a couple of weeks as well.
True. Yep.
I don't trust that defense. But that's,
We just talked about the Chargers schedule. It's a meat grinder. They're 8-1 to win the West. Broncos are minus 1,200.
I was talking when they were $3, it was a gift.
Oh.
That their schedule's so easy. Now we're gonna find out. If Knicks if they're fugazi, they're gonna get found out. But 10 wins in a row, and there's easy games coming up. They're gonna get the 1 or the 2 seed. The Chargers can't catch them.
No,
schedule's too hard.
I would agree. NFC, the Buccaneers are -$3. Panthers are +240.
Well, the encouraging news is what came today. You're getting Evans back. You're getting McMillan back. You're getting Wirfs back. But as you said, Mayfield's compromised and is missing easy throws, and he's had a tough go of it. They've lost 4 or 5 now, but they also have to do a better job defensively. You can't let Shuck and everyone run wild on you.
God, no.
And 140 rushing yards. But they're better than Carolina. They should win the division, but this has got away from them. You were 8-9, minus 1,100, and now it's down to $3. The door's open now for Carolina. They haven't played yet.
Yep, here's Carolina's schedule. We're at the Saints this week. They're a 3-point favorite. They get Tampa at home week 16. They get Seattle at home week 17. And then they close at Tampa Bay. I mean, there's a very good chance, obviously, that week 18 game in South Florida is going to be for the entire thing.
Yep. You ready to call the North? Packers 240? Give LaFleur credit. He's 12-1 against the Bears. And if they beat them next Saturday, it's all she wrote.
Oh, yes.
The Bears have a tough schedule. I don't even know if the Bears, I bet the Bears to miss the playoffs. It's a great story, but this schedule is so tough. And it probably comes down to the final game against Detroit. And I think that might not go their way.
Well, is there any way that Detroit could come and steal this thing?
Sure there is.
Because Green Bay's at Denver, at Chicago, Baltimore at home, at Minnesota.
No, division, no. I thought you meant playoffs. No.
Oh, no, I'm talking
Lions
division
can't
here.
win it. No. They're going to lose to the Rams. And you got swept. So that's it.
They would have to. I don't know if they just automatically lose to the Rams. I mean, I don't know if you can just.
I don't think they'll beat the Rams.
They get They're going to maul Pittsburgh in a couple of weeks.
You hope. I mean, go back to the Giant game though. I mean, and Dallas helped them out.
Yeah.
They can't stop anything. And again, they're getting horrible injury news every week.
Well, Green Bay also lost to Cleveland and Carolina. So you have that.
Well, I know, but Green Bay's playing well.
And in the NFC West, Rams are -145. Seahawks +180. Niners are 7-1. I don't think I can make a case for the 49ers despite having an easy schedule. This thing all comes down basically to that Thursday night rematch in a couple of weeks. Seahawks are going to get the Rams at home.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams updated win total 12.5. Both teams have 3 losses as we speak. Anything here with Seattle +180, or would you just rather bet them in that game against the Rams?
I want to do the in play at Thursday night, because that's the game Darnold gets rattled. He can't handle the pressure.
Could be.
And implodes. And then it's all she wrote. Bears, no playoffs, +160.
Okay. How about Buccaneers +225?
That's not bad either.
That's basically, you might be able to get a better number on them not to win the division.
Okay. How big this line will move. If the Eagles lose, Cowboys +850, or Cowboys win out, wild card, 10-6-1. Are you giving up on Dallas?
No, I'm not going to give up yet, although I hated their game against Detroit on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Probably because I got buried on it, but their updated win total is 8.5.
Yeah, that's low. Washington, Giants, Vikings, Chargers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, you know what, maybe that would be the play.
Minnesota and the Chargers are at home.
They get Washington on the road. That's Christmas Day. And then that's going to be, again, the Giants game. To me, that would be like the Giants are going to punt on the game and just say, we're going to enter the draft with a high pick. Although they would probably also say, we want to spoil the Cowboy season because we hate them.
I took no on the Chargers and I took no on the Bears. +150 and +160.
I don't mind either one of those. And I would think about throwing the Buccaneers in there somehow as well.
Okay, now the awards.
MVP Stafford's as high as -180.
Well, that was obvious, but you called it. He's going to torch Arizona, and then the odds would shift.
Right. So now what happens this week if May comes back and he has a great game and they beat Buffalo? Does he catch him again? Come back down?
I think Stafford has a huge game against the Lions.
Okay, we said this earlier. I'm not getting down on Love or Allen, and nobody else behind them makes any sense.
I agree.
Offensive Rookie of the Year now because of Agbuka not doing anything yesterday. McMillan went from +125 to -160, did not even play. I got to tell you, the candidates this year are awful.
Dart, again, there's no way Dart can be plus 230.
I would agree.
Regardless of what your liability is and how people were betting it nonstop, he can't be plus 230.
Yep.
They might win 3 games, and he's hardly played. So I still think there's a case for Henderson.
So do I.
If he can still have some big moments here. Remember, they're on Sunday night now against Baltimore, and everyone will be watching against Buffalo. Could he have a couple games like he did against Tampa?
Not a single player wants this award.
No.
Again, Egbuka probably got to make that catch yesterday to tie the game up. But Mayfield, come on, man. He got open by 7 yards. Hit him.
So I also can't bet Warren with the Riley Leonard who's playing quarterback.
No way, no how. Yep. Offensive player of the year. It took off yesterday. JSN now minus 320, minus 350 in that range. Gibbs dropped. Well, he's actually ahead of Taylor now. Jahmyr Gibbs 5-1. Jonathan Taylor 7-1.
That's not right. Taylor's having an incredible season.
I agree.
He still had a touchdown. But without Dimes now, maybe it's more. Here comes 35 carries a game.
And CMC is 17-1.
Yep.
I have Puka in pocket 16-1 from way back, I think, after week 1. His numbers are absolutely phenomenal, and he's missed time this year. I wonder where he would be if he never got banged up this season.
All right.
And then Coach of the Year, great candidates here.
You ready to call it?
Oh, God, no.
No? Okay.
I think Johnson drifted out way too far. Bears are good yesterday. 12-1. I think Shanahan has a chance to win this thing. I have nothing on Cohen. I think Cohen can win. And I certainly think if the Seahawks get the 1 seed, McDonald's live.
There'd have to be a couple losses coming up for the Pats. But that could happen.
Yeah, it could.
I don't think they blow the division, but you lose a couple games and then...
Well, as we've seen, if you lose 1 game, Ben Johnson goes from plus 250 to 12-1.
Yeah.
And that game's tied at 21 apiece. They got the ball to tie the game up.
Yeah.
Later on.
It's really getting interesting now. And it looks like we're pretty much set in the AFC as far as the playoff teams. If the Chargers win tonight, I'm ready to call it. We know who's going to make the playoffs.
Well, then do you lose your bet on the Chargers if they win tonight?
Probably. It'd really be an epic collapse then to blow a playoff spot with the lead you have over Kansas City.
Yeah.
And pretty much in the NFC. It's probably just going to be Bears or Lions for that final spot. Incredible that the Bears go from the 1 seed to the 7 seed after 1 game.
We'll hit some college football up next, including, how about this? We have look-ahead lines to the quarterfinals of the playoffs already. I'll tell you about those next here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
You can always tweet the show at VSiN Live, at Mitch Moss Radio, at Pauly Howard. We were just talking about awards, specifically Offensive Rookie of the Year, how nobody wants it. This is from the Mel Insiders. Look at the Saints' remaining schedule. Tyler Shuck, 250-1 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's one tweet that we got. I'll give you another player coming up here in a second. Shuck was really good yesterday, by the way. Those runs were great, and they get Carolina, the Jets at Tennessee, and at Atlanta. Could he swoop in out of nowhere here, come from the clouds, and steal this thing?
If I lose my win total bet, going to Hoover Dam.
Oh, do you have under 5.5?
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that.
For my balls. Yes, I do. It's a big one. I thought they were going to be the worst team in the league going away. This is squeaky bum time.
Oh, boy.
That was a bad result yesterday. I really like Fannin. Just a good player.
Oh, I love the guy.
Great hands. Good rapport with Sanders. I could see him putting up numbers the rest of the season, too.
So we got from Colin. He thinks the door is wide open for Fannin, Rookie of the Year. He found a rogue 80-1. Maybe a rapport here with Sanders. A lot of books have 45-1. Caesars has 100-1 right now on him. He had a great game yesterday.
No one wants it. You're right.
Nobody wants this award.
That's right.
They're like allergic to it. Give it to somebody else.
Yep.
By the way, you had an observation in the break about the Heisman Trophy.
Well, it came down now a little bit. I don't understand. This is what you wanted if you had Pavia tickets. You wanted a ugly, low-scoring game where both quarterbacks struggle, and the door was open for Pavia. That's what happened.
Exactly what happened.
You can't say Mendoza makes a great throw on 3rd and long, and he goes to minus 2,500.
Yeah, nobody knows anything at this point.
No, that's right.
Here's the thing, right? Again, Notre Dame got to minus 3,000, minus 4,000 in the morning yesterday to make the playoffs. It's like 96, 97%. They didn't get in. There were 10, 11, 12s to 1 out there all morning long on them to miss.
Right. And nothing. Alabama was minus 3,000 before the SEC title game.
That's right.
They got as low as 230 yesterday at Caesars.
That should have been a suitcase bet.
They didn't move.
Yep.
They were a lock. They
Not
never
at all.
moved. They were not penalized at all.
Sure.
Stayed the same.
So I tracked a lot of the Heisman Trophy on Saturday during this game, the Big Ten title game. So it went back and forth the whole time, right? Like Sayin at some point became the short shot. Pavia was odds on at one point. He was favored a lot of the game when nothing was happening. Mendoza would take over occasionally. When Mendoza completed the third down pass to clinch the game, he went from -$2, -$3 in that territory to -$2,500. Are you kidding me? That's a fake award market. He's not gonna wrap up the Heisman Trophy because he completed a third down pass. That's outrageous to me. And I guess some of the straw polls had Pavia winning before the game on Saturday. And to your point, neither guy did anything to say, yep, no, those straw polls are wrong. They're going to change their minds. I'm going to steal it from them. So maybe there is some value here on Pavia still at 6-1 to win it. Nobody else, though. That's it.
All right. Have you made any bets?
I have not.
Okay. I love Alabama. That first game was total domination. They were sloppy with the ball, beat themselves with turnovers, outgained Oklahoma 2-1. This Oklahoma offense is vile and nasty. They needed 2 complete breakdowns in coverage by LSU to win the game at home, or they wouldn't be here. That's what we needed. If Alabama just takes care of business and beats Oklahoma, then there's no controversy. And it's Notre Dame and Miami, and we're ready to rock and roll. But I just think it was 2, pick 1. I think Alabama beats Oklahoma. And I think Oklahoma's going to have a hell of a time moving the ball on them Friday night.
What do you make of the total? It's a key number of 41. Is that a bit high? If you like Alabama a lot, isn't there an angle where they win the game 21-10? Oklahoma does nothing on offense again?
Yeah. But it's also, with the turnovers, what could happen too.
Well, and Oklahoma's defense is obviously awesome,
right.
So I would not expect Alabama to score 40 points in this game.
And I love the guy, but Mateer hasn't been the same quarterback since
close.
the injury.
No.
Not close. I like Navy Saturday against Army. There was 4. It's up to 6. Horvath, good quarterback. Army lost to Tarleton State. But then I did bet and it's moved. Jim Mora Jr. took the Colorado State job. I don't expect Connecticut to care, although they had a good year and won 9 games. December 27th at Fenway. Army opened a 3.5-point dog. They're now laying 3. I like Army in that game.
Okay. Did you grab the 3.5?
I was late to the dance, but I bet Army.
Anything on the Boise-Washington game, which is already going to be this weekend? Do they always pop up this fast? I thought there was a week in between.
No, you're right. It's a unique schedule now. Everything's condensed because we got a playoff game a week from Friday.
That's right.
I'm looking at the look-ahead lines are intriguing.
Yeah, the quarterfinals?
Yes.
So if we get Oregon, Texas Tech, there's an offshore book that makes Oregon a 1-point favorite. I think I would unload on Texas Tech.
All they have to do, they got to cut out these field goals in the red zone.
That's right.
They're one of the worst teams in the country at that. But you see how nasty this defense is. Oh, they turn you over. It's like Ocean's 11. They kill you, then they go to work on you. 12-1, ATS as well, guns up. Love this Texas Tech team.
I mean, would you not take the point? Take them on the money line to win the game? Maybe lay some alt numbers here with Texas Tech against Oregon. Hosted Indiana this year at home. That final score was misleading.
Absolutely.
Indiana dominated that football game. I expect Texas Tech to do the same exact thing if we get them against Oregon. Tech would be 13.5 against James Madison. That might be too low.
Yeah.
Alabama, Indiana, Hoosiers 5.5. Oklahoma, Indiana, Hoosiers 6. If Alabama is impressive against Oklahoma, I doubt they're going to be 5.5-point dogs against Indiana.
I'm not going against Signetti.
Neither would I.
And that'll be a great scene with the Indiana fans at the Rose Bowl. But here's what I'm concerned about. Remember, every team off the bye lost last year.
Yeah.
It was a negative.
That's right.
So that's something to monitor, too, this year. How can these teams win with the bye?
A&M and Miami is a fascinating game to me. The winner gets Ohio State. Look-ahead line offshore has Ohio State 7 against A&M, 10 against Miami. Now, if Miami wins that game as a dog and they look good, will the Buckeyes be 10? Miami's good. They're
yes. No doubt about it. I thought Nick Saban was fantastic over the weekend. Number one, Miami kicked Notre Dame's ass at the line of scrimmage. Love only had 33 yards. And just how many, he said they're going to be the most dangerous team if they get in with all that talent that they have. They were down to several starters in the SMU game. And their defense, what a job their defensive coordinator did. Oh, remember how bad they were defensively?
Yeah, sure.
It's a great defense.
They were laughable last year.
I'm concerned about Carson Beck.
Oh, of course. You
The
have
turnovers.
to be.
Yep.
That'd be the biggest issue.
Right.
But they got the playmakers here. I also think that, like, what's the total in a Miami-Ohio State game if that's the spot that we get here?
Yeah. Oh, what a matchup that would be.
Because that could be 17-14 all day long.
Yeah.
And the other one would be, Tulane gets Ole Miss. Ole Miss,
Okay, can I
huge
say?
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have done a better job with the bracket. We have too many rematches. There shouldn't be this many rematches. In any event, it did not go well for Tulane in the first meeting. Ole Miss killed them.
Mm-hmm.
Question is there a distraction? And now with Kiffin gone, although that's going to be hotty-toddy, come to the SIP. That's going to be a great atmosphere. But I would expect Ole Miss to get what they want offensively against Tulane.
So if Ole Miss wins, they would get the Bulldogs. Georgia, 4.5 on the look ahead.
Now, Ole Miss did whatever they wanted offensively in that first game.
Yes, they did.
Should have won up 9 in the fourth quarter.
Yep. The first 5 drives, I believe, all touchdowns in that game?
Great job defensively by Georgia in the SEC title game. But that's the other thing about, I thought Brad Powers had a great tweet. Quote, I don't think the ACC was good this year, but Florida State beat Alabama. Georgia Tech only lost 16-9 against Georgia.
Right.
Louisville punked Kentucky. They were excellent against the SEC. So that's maybe where it's, how we really call into question how good is Georgia.
I will say this. If chalk holds in the quarterfinals this year and we get a semifinals of Texas Tech, Indiana, and Georgia, Ohio State, holy moly, is that awesome. Yeah. Even if we could have a fly in the ointment, it could still turn out to be really, really good, obviously. But you're right. Good observation, by the way, at the teams with the bye last year. I remember watching the Rose Bowl here live on the air, and Ohio State was playing Oregon. That game, Oregon, the number one team in the country, where the path that they gave the Ducks last year was by far and away the most difficult path. That game was over within the first quarter.
Back up a second to what you said. Remember we've talked about this several times, why Ohio State's playing slow tempo on purpose?
Yeah.
Because, now you don't have to do it. He's got to go up tempo now. You got what you wanted. You have the bye.
Will he?
Well, you should now.
Why did he do it in the Big Ten title game? He was slow as molasses.
You got all the time off now. You have the bye. You only have a couple games left.
Mm-hmm.
Now I would think.
Remember, last year they went scorched earth in the playoffs.
They did. They were great.
They took it up about 10 different notches.
The Tennessee game was over early.
Oh, I mean.
The Rose Bowl was over early.
Yep. They took off, and they were, through the playoffs last year, Pauly, they turned into clearly the best team in college football.
Well, that's the other thing I'm worried about, too. Because, boy, the negativity last year, because all the games were blowouts in the first round.
Yep.
So we got a 17 and a 20-point favor right out of the gates in the anti-group of 5 stuff. So I just hope we have some competitive. The first 2 games should be dynamite on paper. The Friday night Bama, Oklahoma, and the Saturday morning Miami and A&M.
Right.
Hopefully.
I'm surprised they put those games in those spots. They didn't want a primetime game on Saturday.
Yeah. Are you going against the NFL, though, too? That's the other thing.
All right, well, we're going to recap our best bets from the weekend and tell you what we've added for tonight and this week with in-pocket plays on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're on.
All right, let's go back to that incredible Thursday night game with Dallas and Detroit. 8 field goals. Unbelievable. That was something. And a field goal every quarter cashed, which was 6-1. That's a winner. I don't know how we lost this. Each team to have a touchdown and a field goal each half, 10-1. Cowboys played with their food in the first half. Just needed a Dallas touchdown in the first half, or that would have cashed. Spanford had a catch, but 10-1 anytime touchdown, no good. Virginia money line. Got there early with $1.30. They lose in overtime to Duke. Tinfoil hat guy checking in. Duke gets it done, but no playoff. Wild lost to the Flames. That was no good. Rangers won. Malinsky special against Ottawa. Ottawa in a horrible spot. And backup goalie, that was good. An Avalanche goal in the first 10 was a winner as well. And we have another Malinsky special coming up tonight in the NHL that we'll tell you about. So that's the graded. Got the 6-1. Also, both quarterbacks, 25 completions cashed at plus 450, which I gave out on air. And, of course, Fairbairn, 20-3 overrun, and Cowboys' longest made field goal. It's ridiculous. 63 yards like it's no problem for Aubrey. It's unbelievable how good this guy is.
I hated Schottenheimer kicking the field goal late when they were down by 10 to make it a 7-point game. And I know people are going to say, well, you got to get the field goal at some point. It was the right move. No, it wasn't. Score a touchdown because you were at 4th and 3 at the 11.
Right.
I'm convinced Aubrey was good from 70 in that game. So why kick the field goal there from chip shot range?
Interesting.
Try to go for the touchdown.
That was a horrendous OPI call as well.
Oh, of course it was.
I thought. Okay, let's rock and roll. A fun game tonight. We got a lot going on. Alabama money line against Oklahoma. I watched the first game. Oklahoma didn't belong on the same field. Does Alabama beat themselves? Maybe. But I think you get an angry Alabama team after everyone's been telling them how bad they are, and they don't deserve to be in the playoff after they embarrassed themselves for the whole world. Standalone game, too, by the way. SEC title game. Stick it, Sankey. Steelers money line Monday night against the Dolphins. Both teams to make a 33-yard field goal tonight, $1.20. Chargers over 1.5 made field goals at Caesars. Check that out. It's under team totals. Click on field goals. Army money line, Fenway Park against UConn, $1.40. Malinsky special tonight. Utah is back home after a 6-game roadie. Kings $1.10. Bears to miss plus 160. You heard Dr. Chow. I don't think Herbert should run tonight. I don't think he will. Herbert under 19.5 rushing yards, and this is at Caesars. Hurts to have 5 yards rushing each quarter, plus 850. I like that. I think that'll cash too. It's got a good shot. I like that price. And thanks to Ozzy for pointing that one out too.
Good luck, Pauly. Yep. The stuff from the weekend. Yeah, Fairbairn. That was a winner last night. It took the entire game. We'll take it. Texans total field goals over 1.5.
Never in doubt.
This goes back to Friday. A.J. Green, he started 0-4 from downtown. No good. Then he got hurt. So that bet never had a chance to go over his made threes. Bijan Robinson yesterday, nothing cooking at all on offense. So that was no good. And we talked about there was an all-time schedule spot on Saturday. So I faded the Jets on Friday. That was no good. I also came back and doubled up on Edmonton Saturday night. The Winnipeg Jets were on an East Coast road trip. They came back home Malinsky special Friday night and played Buffalo. But here's the kicker to the story. The better angle was they had to then fly out and play Edmonton the next day. That game was 3-4-0 in the first period, Edmonton. Killed them, 6-0 final.
Yes.
Georgia moneyline SEC title game.
What a call. Wow.
And Miami to make the playoff. Never a sweat, really, right? Plus 550 that got there.
What if that's 35-0?
It might as well have been 35-0.
Yeah, because the touchdown was bogus.
Sure.
It was the 2 horrible penalties on Jones. The unsportsmanlike, it would have been 3rd and a mile.
I don't think they do anything.
Are you serious?
I think they keep Alabama in.
Oh, you couldn't have played any worse.
I think if it's 70-0, Alabama's in.
Oh, God.
Pending. Now, this goes back to last week. We do the look-ahead numbers every single week. And now, how does this one go? The Seahawks, I laid, and I said last Tuesday, they can't be 3.5 against the Colts. Now, I got some... I don't want Danny Dimes to get hurt, but he did. So that they're laying 13 now in the game. That's 9.5 points of CLV already. It might keep going up. Riley Leonard might not play in this game. That could touch 14.
Right.
Watch the Colts beat him outright.
Don't say.
And then new plays for tonight. I'm on the under in the game. Yeah. Under 42. No Lane Johnson. This Eagles offense has been terrible. I don't think the Chargers defense is half bad. Herbert's banged up. I'm hoping for, no touchdown first half again if you can find that. I'm intrigued if the price is right. But I'm going to piggyback you on this. Hurts 5 yards rushing in each quarter at Caesars plus 850.
When you click on the app, there's over 200 different ways to bet these primetime games. There's game specials and there's player specials.
Right.
And it's everything imaginable. Oh, the stuff that almost hit in a Cowboy game. Oh, like if CeeDee Lamb doesn't get hurt, some of the, like 10 yards each quarter, 25 yards each half, all that stuff. They have it for quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. It's glorious.
Yep. So those are my 2 bets on the game tonight anyway.
If you missed it the first time, you get one last chance to get a great Vegas weekend at Circa. The first 100 new VSiN Pro annual subscribers who sign up using promo code CIRCA get a free 3-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino January 2nd through the 5th, plus a day bet at Stadium Swim for the final weekend of the regular season. You get 50% off the monthly price and a full year of VSiN Pro. The betting splits, every best bet, the AI-powered prop tools, your last shot at the Circa getaway. Don't wait. Lock it in now, VSiN.com/Circa, promo code CIRCA, VSiN.com/Circa. Go get it. Kramer!
All right, what does he have tonight?
I
First
like his
touchdown
picks.
scores here.
Kramer! Goddard, first touchdown.
That's 14-15 to 1 range.
Keenan Allen, 17 to 1. That's a good price.
Circa has 20.
Okay. Devontae Smith, 12 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Hampton, he's back, plus 850. Ryan Kramer's first touchdown bets tonight.
We need one here. I think it's been a minute, has it not?
That's good, yeah.
But the guy was incredible to start the season. By the way, the Hampton, I think I might have to add that. Over 2.5 catches is higher than plus 150. Now, it's his first game back. Hasn't played in, it feels like, 3 years. But in his last 3 games, when he was really starting to come on as like the lead guy here, they were throwing him the ball a lot. And in his final 3 games before the injury, Pauly, 17 catches on 18 targets.
Yeah.
Now, do they implement that again tonight with him back off the injury? Is Herbert going to be looking to get, it's going to be all shotgun tonight for him. Dink and dunk a little bit. Charlie check down.
I don't know. This is a tough game.
That's really, yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough call.
All right, so you're...
Brad Powers on tomorrow? Great job, Brad Powers. Great job, Chris Felica. Number one, Chris Felica was adamant. Once they're compared side to side, they're taking Miami. Every coach in that room will say you cannot ignore head-to-head. He was exactly right. So the 5-1 tickets on Miami got there, and he was pointing out for weeks, this isn't right. This can't be. They have the same resume. Notre Dame has one good win. You have to honor head-to-head. Also, Brad Powers goes back weeks ago. And this wasn't even yesterday, but yesterday it was available too. But taking the 12-1 on Notre Dame to miss. He nailed that as well. And I don't know the book, but that book that was letting Brad Powers parlay both of them. Oh, Madon.
Well, so I was looking at that before he actually brought it up to us, and I could not find any spot in Las Vegas to do it. So he probably is the one who was responsible for it.
It's correlated. I can't believe that was allowed.
You would think so, right? Yeah. And so that must have paid. So if Notre Dame the whole time was almost double digits, and Miami was sitting there at 5-1, that's
your big boy right there.
And he kept adding it over and over and over again. Yep. And he stood his ground.
Bookmark, right? Everyone was telling him, you're wrong. And he went back, he tweeted, if Alabama beats Auburn, Notre Dame's going to be out. I'm telling you right now.
I text Felica yesterday during one of our commercial breaks on the VSiN Tailgate Show. When it wasn't looking great, the Miami number was going up to miss.
Right.
And Notre Dame was minus 3,000, minus 4,000 to make. I'm like, what are you thinking right now? Is there a cash out? Should I do that on Miami to make? He goes, hold the rope.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yep.
And he was right all along.
The Saturday night, he goes, oh yeah, I feel great. We're in. Miami's making it. I feel great. And I was thinking like most people were. It's going to be Notre Dame and Miami, and Alabama bleep the bed. And they're going to keep Alabama out.
Sure. Here's the thing. Here's why the committee show is so pointless. If they never had any show until yesterday, Notre Dame would not have a complaint.
Yeah.
They would have no idea that they were ever behind Miami, and they would say, well, we lost to them head-to-head.
I can't believe the Notre Dame AD. Wow, this is unbelievable. I've never seen something. No, they did the same thing with Baylor and TCU.
They did.
They finally, head-to-head came into play.
All right, we're hanging out for another half an hour. VSiN Primetime comes up. Tim Murray, Matt Humans for 4 strong hours. We'll take you through the entire Monday night game. Live betting next.